you for being on replay. Please don't forget to hit the like and make sure you're subscribed. We would greatly appreciate it. So today is Thursday, March the 12th, 2026. I hope everybody's had a good day. Mine has been pretty good. I do not like how my braids turned out, y'all, so I'm going to redo them. And you ain't stealing my ponytail holders this time. Anyway. Jasper. Sorry, y'all. Hey, Matrix. Oh, hey, Jamie. It's good to see y'all. Jamie, I haven't seen you in here in a while. It's good to see both of y'all. I'm a little bit late tonight. Sorry, I didn't like how my braids turned out, so I'm redoing them. I am good, Matrix. How are you? Hey, John, good to see you. I don't like how my braids turned out, so I'm just going to redo them. Anyway, how has everybody's day been? Mine has actually been pretty good. Had a long day, Matrix. I understand that. Jamie, I can sympathize with that, which is why I do not do politics. Now, I will every once in a while ask my dad about politics. I don't know that we discuss politics because he knows so much more about it than I do. I'm normally asking because I want to know something. Anyway, it has been a rather adventurous, almost kind of adventurous day here. Did you, Matrix? Yeah, I got out in public today too, which is not an everyday thing. I went out and peopled today. Okay, come on, move, Dakota. Come on. Did you have to go to the doctor today, Matrix? Oh, really, Jamie? My dad is, I'll be honest, I do not pay much attention to politics. So, no, you were people into? I, I'll be honest, most of the time when, hey, Yadira, good to see you. Most of the time when I'm trying to figure out anything regarding politics, like who to vote for or whatever, I just ask my dad, who do I vote for this time? Because my values and his are, I get my values from him, so. Exactly, Jamie. Hey, Justin Hill. No, you are not new here, sir. You sit on a throne of lies. It's good to see you, Justin. Anyway, so I had a little bit of a different adventure today. And I feel like when I've been told people about it, I don't want people thinking I'm telling to brag on myself. I'm not. I actually have talked about it because it made me feel good. It made me feel good to do this. So what I was Hi, Shaggy. Good to see you. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? And yeah, I guess you would call me a small creator. Not a big channel, so. I know, Justin. Have you figured out what caused that yet? I'm just kidding. I don't even know what. John, you didn't do anything wrong. You actually helped get a pretty good discussion started. Jamie, you sound like me on that. Yeah, and just a quick reminder, y'all, that chat is for 16 and over only. If you are under 16 and not approved by myself or one of my mods, we do have to ask you to leave the chat for security reasons. But anyway, what I was saying before, so kiddo went with her dad and her aunt and uncle for a little while today. And when she was, when they were picking her up, we're all out, well, her aunt and uncle were picking her up. We were out in the front yard. I know, John, and you didn't do anything wrong. You actually got a pretty good discussion started on that. People talking about finances and stuff. I rather enjoyed that discussion. We were commiserating. But so anyway, they were picking her up. We're all out in the yard, and this dog comes walking up. He was just a little. You, Justin, you are lying, sir. Oh, that's not good, Jamie. Well, hopefully it's not too much of a pain to get an extension. I'm sorry, Shaggy. But anyway, so this dog comes walking up, and he's a little bigger than Jasper, not by much, a little bigger, and probably look like an Australian Shepherd, maybe like a blue heeler mix of some type. But anyway, he had a collar on, and he had a rabies tag, but it was so worn that I couldn't read it. Stop, Jasper. So I ended up. I went to. I put him on. First, I put him on Facebook. Didn't wait a little bit. Didn't get any responses there, so I went to the nearest vet clinic so they could. Hey, Sue, good to see you. I went to the nearest vet clinic. Let them scan him for a chip, which he did not have. But the lady there was able to make out a little bit on his tag, and she told me which vet clinic it was from, which happened to be the one I used to go to. So I went there and asked them to look him up on the system. Jasper, stop! Sorry. Get him, Squig. Hey, Tracy, good to see you. But they, anyway, I was telling everybody about a dog that wandered up in my yard earlier. So anyway, I took him to that vet clinic so they could get his tag number. They pulled him up in the system. They were actually able to figure out who he was and who he belonged to. Yeah, it's Tracy. And but then they couldn't get a hold of the owner. So, and I knew they couldn't give me the owner's information, but I did ask them. I said, well, can I at least get his name so I know what to call him? The dog's name was Max. So they told me, and when I walked in there, she said, she pulled up the number. She's like, just so you know, it says on his chart, very cat and dog aggressive. I said, it's probably a good thing he only saw my dog through a screen then. And that was by accident. Because I was trying to come in to get him a little food and water, and Jasper darted out. I think she's all right, Justin. She's just dealing with some stuff. She's got, kind of stressed, got a little overwhelmed, but I think she's okay. I haven't talked to her today. But anyway, I mean, he was very sweet with me though. He was, hey, I'm sorry, I thought I saw Sophia for a second for some reason. Right, Matrix. It's like he didn't act aggressive with Jasper, or when Lenny ran out on the porch. It's a screen in porch, so they were just looking at each other through the screen. But anyway, he didn't act aggressive with them. So anyway, what I ended up doing, which the vet's office kind of suggested, I took him to the animal shelter. The vet's office was calling ahead to tell them I was bringing him and give them all his information. Actually, when I got there, when I walked in, this lady said, "Hey, is that Max?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said the vet's office had just called and said they got in touch with his owner, and his owner was already on the way to get him. That made me feel good, especially because I overheard overheard the lady at the vet's office saying that that owner suffered from a head injury. A food that should be illegal. Onions. I don't like them. Yeah. But she said that the owner suffered from a head injury, so I kind of got the impression that he might be like a service dog. I'm really not sure. And he was an old fella. I mean, not the owner. The owner was. I knew it was a guy because I heard them. Where I agree with that, Justin. I heard her ask for a Mr. I believe it was Holcomb, but I didn't know it wasn't. Anyway, I'm not able to get his first name, but when I left him at the vet clinic, at the shelter, I left him my phone number. I said he is welcome to text me or get in touch with me so that way if Max gets out again, I can just get a hold of him and get him right back. But he hasn't, so I don't know if he will. But anyway, that just made me feel good because I was talking to the kiddo's aunt afterwards after she brought her home, and she said, "Well, that was real." She said, "That was really nice of you to do that." I have to agree with Tracy. I love garlic. Hi, bye, cat. Yes, Dave's watching the same thing. Tracy, I would agree with you on that, except I do like fried chicken livers. But anyway. Like I said, he hasn't reached out to me yet. Maybe he won't. I think I did, Matrix. It made me feel good to do that because, like was telling my daughter's aunt, I said, if that was Jasper, that's what I would want somebody to do. It's Bella, aka Cletus. So I don't like beets of any kind. I can't. It's the taste of my love. I'm, I'm kind of a picky eater in some ways. Not, I don't know. I don't think I'm too picky, but some people think I am. Right, John. You like them canned? I don't like them either way. Right, Matrix? Well, do you see? That. You know what? That's the beautiful thing about humanity. I think we can all like whatever we want. Hi, Mr. Krabs. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And no, I don't think they have. And Justin, I gotta disagree with you there. I love peas, especially sweet peas, which confuses my mother because she hates them. I agree with that. Really, Cat, that's when Jasper, chill. When I called Dave a little bit ago, he was watching that. Exactly, Tracy. We all like what we like. Oh, sorry. Whatever, Bella. Hi, Mr. Arterito. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? No, vegetables are not illegal in my house. My daughter loves vegetables. I mean, I do too, but just certain ones I do not like. My child would eat her weight in green beans. That child loves green beans. Hey, Delightful, good to see you. I have to agree with you. I don't even like the smell of those. He is, John. He is just, he's wound up. All right, Cack. Have a good one. Yeah, and y'all, just a quick reminder, chats for 16 and over only. If you are under 16 and not approved by myself or one of my mods, we do have to ask you to leave the chat for security. Hey, James, good to see you. Yeah, my second mother-in-law, my most recent ex's mom, loved pickled pig's feet. She always had a can of or jar of whatever sitting there in her kitchen. Jasper's lost his mind. Actually, I agree with that, Tracy. I would have kept the dog here a little longer to try to give his owner the chance to like come by looking for him, because I had him attached to Jasper's lead so he would stay out of the road. But Jasper was flipping out. So that's the last thing I need, is for him to throw himself into a seizure, even though he's on the meds, you know. So we went ahead and got him out of here. He was very sweet. Does it Matrix? That's pretty cool. And trigger warning, y'all, is I vape. It's just nicotine. Nothing illegal, and if somebody don't like it, that's not my problem. I'm thinking I might need to do like maybe one night a week and let the mods know ahead of time. If I do one night a week and where it's not on subscribers only, maybe. Oh, really, John? Sebastian doesn't like it. That's pretty awesome, Matrix. Right, James. I don't know why. I can't even get past the idea of I don't know why. Right, Matrix. I just can't get. I don't think I could try pig's feet. I don't know why. I don't like the smell of the pickled pig's feet, so. Anyway. But yeah, I did my good deed for the day, y'all. Hey, McKinley, good to see you. And it did remind me, I need to get Jasper chipped. Jasper's not chipped. I also want to get him some kind of like a med alert thing for his collar. Anyway, y'all. Are you, James? Hi, it's Crinchapina? Is that how you say that? Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? Pineapple on pizza should be illegal. Yeah, I know a lot of people that would agree with you on that. Yeah, I think, but I'm gonna get him a tag, because what I worry about is with him being on meds, if he suddenly goes off of them, that could be potentially pretty bad. So I need something on there saying that he has to be on medication. I don't think it couldn't hurt, Tracy. Do you, Jamie? I see it, and I don't mind Hawaiian pizza. Sometimes I have to be in the mood for it. Yeah, I mean, I thought about that Matrix, but then there are still some, like, especially older people that may not have something to scan it with. And a lot of people aren't going to take the time. Hey, Lady Sky, good to see you. Somebody sees a dog outside, they may not take the time, if they don't have their phone with them, to go back in and get the phone and come back out and all that. So I, I think I would just have one. Thank you. You mind if I just call you Christian Show? Is that Christian? I don't know how to say that. Hope you don't mind if I just call you Christian. Is that okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. Right, Matrix. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of. I'm good, Lady Sky. How are you? So. So, like, a lot of times, if I'm outside, especially if I'm out there spending time with kiddo, I'm not. I'm not. And a lot of times I won't have my phone with me. So I don't know if y'all could hear me or not, or hear me really clear or not. Yeah, a lot of times I won't have my phone with me, so I may not go back in to get the phone and bring it back out. Sue. That's good, Lady Sky. Hey, Ron, good to see you. That's true, Tracy. I, yeah, it's Dakota. I got. It's this guy. Can you say hi? Say hello. Hello. He's hanging out on my lap. I haven't seen Sabrina in a little while. I bet she's asleep in the laundry room. Lady Sky said hi, and Tracy said hi. People saying hi to you. Older than mac and cheese. Do you, Crescendo? That's awesome. I have 5 cats. Dakota's the oldest. Speaking of cats, I have Lady Sky. My dad makes them. They're a Christmas tradition, Christmas breakfast tradition for us. Like sausage pinwheels. They're so good. Um, Me too, Tracy. Speaking of cats, y'all, I did get some good news today. To me, it was good news. While I was at the animal shelter, because some of my cats that I rehomed, they ended up being taken there. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. Hey, Sharon. They are, Lady Sky. I'm sorry, Sharon. I didn't text you because you had said you were going to take some time off, so I didn't know if you wanted me to bug you by texting you. Zachary. But Justin Hill was in here a minute ago, Sharon. He was asking about you. Oh, really, Christian? I used to have an orange cat. So what I was gonna say, so while I was at the animal shelter, I I asked them. I told them about my 4 cats that I had taken there. They all went to a rescue. Sausage pinwheels, basically, what my dad does is he takes biscuit dough, kind of lay, you know, roll some sausage out over it, and just rolls. They end up looking like a cinnamon roll, kind of, but with sausage all wrapped around it. I don't know how to explain it. Sharon, I almost called you today because I was fairly close to your neck of the woods, or at least a little closer. But I didn't know what time. Oh, hey, Saturn, good to see you. It has been forever. But I was a little bit closer to your neck of the woods than normal. But I didn't know what time they were bringing kiddo back, so I had to get back home. Do you, Lady Sky? I'm not sure what my dad uses. Right, Tracy? I was Saturn. We thought we were going to have to send out a search party. I was telling them earlier. I was telling them, Sharon, I had a dog come walking up in the yard earlier. Right, I mean, I was gonna call him like just to be nice, but I didn't know what time they were bringing kiddo home, so I had to go ahead and get back home. But I had a dog walk up in the yard earlier that I ended up. All right, Matrix. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and we love you too. Thank you for popping in, Lady Sky. I ended up taking him. He had a rabies tag that I couldn't. It was so worn that I couldn't see it. But when I took him to get him scanned for um a chip, they were able to see it. Found out that it was from VCA. VCA. Anyway, I went down there and they couldn't get a hold of the owner, but took him to the animal shelter. And as soon as I got there, they said VCA just called. They have gotten a hold of the owner, and he's on his way to get him. Do you, Christian? Show those are so cute. It's really good to see you, Saturn. You were up at 9:30. Who are you, and what have you done with my cousin? Do you, Jamie? I'm sorry. That must be stressful. Hey, Big Chief. Good to see you. Yeah, I found out his name was Max, so I was able to find out his name. And I heard them saying that the owner, um, which I know he was a man because I heard him asking for a Mr. Holcomb. That's all I know. But they said he suffers from it. I heard him saying that he suffers from a head injury. So I think this might have been like a service dog. I'm really not sure. But when I got to the vet to get them to check him, they were like, just so you know, it says on his chart he's very cat and dog aggressive. So, yeah, I would, Jamie. Better to stay on top of it. Thank you, Saturn. Which one? I got, hang on. I got Dakota. There's Dakota. And right here I have Bella. And as you know, she is sometimes Cletus. Jasper, stop it. Lady Sky. I see your text, Sharon. I just noticed that. Are you Saturn? I don't know if you're the same Saturn that used to come in here, but oh no, Sharon just sent me a text. I was just answering and I couldn't type. Yeah, I don't know if are you the same Saturn that used to come in here all the time? I'm just curious. No? Well, in that case, it is nice to meet you. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? Oh, Jasper, stop it. Yeah. So, oh, yeah. Quick reminder, y'all, chats for 16 and over only. If you are under 16 and not approved by myself or one of my mods, we do have to ask you to leave the chat for security. Lady Sky. I do wonder whatever happened to the Saturn that used to be in here all the time. You hate cartoons, Cat? Who hates cartoons? Right, Sharon. Let's take this one down and see what pops up next. I do too sometimes, Saturn. Like your own voice's sound? Maybe. Right, Tracy. I'm not the one that figured it out. Just to put that in there. I sort of did, but somebody else figured it out first. I don't know why I would seem sad, Lady Sky, but thank you. I appreciate that. You did make me laugh. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. Hi, F. Scott. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? Let's see. Like your own voice's sound? Sometimes. Never pay attention to it. Hey, Holly. You're finally here for once? Well, it's about time, ma'am. Thank you for coming in, Holly. OMG, it's Holly. We found a wild Holly. Oh, really? F. Scott, what part of Tennessee are you in? Yes, she does exist. I'm in North Georgia, but I'm really close to Chattanooga. East Tennessee, so you're like on the other side. What game did you get, Holly? For those of you who have not yet met her, most of y'all probably have, but that Luna Wraith House there, that is my oldest daughter, Holly. You down here alone? it'd be really, really good to see you, but why not bring my baby? A Digimon game? That's cool. Hey, I figured, Sharon. Thank you. You coming down for is it for your doctor's appointment, Holly? Yeah, you could like bring the baby down and I'd hang out with her. Oh, Saturn. So the names that are blue with the shields, those are my moderators, my mods. They are the ones that keep the trolls out and keep the chat safe. Cack. So all my moderators are cool people, but that doesn't mean all the cool people are mods. Yeah, I can understand that, Holly, but I want to just see her. I want to see you too. I wanted to see her too. You think so, Lady Scott? I don't know why they didn't leave the wrenches. I thought the wrenches were better. But like I said, Sue, all of my mods are cool, but that doesn't mean all the cool people are mods. Because, yeah, all of y'all in here are pretty cool. Yeah, I prefer the wrenches. But, well, of course you are, Holly. You're my kid, but why do you say that? I mean, it's genetic, ma'am. You are, Lady Sky. That is very true, Tracy, and some of us are more than a little. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. What, Holly? Of course it is, Lady Sky. You got Zaxby's? Awesome. All right, Sharon. Holly, you missed my story earlier about how this dog came wandering into the yard and I had to take him to the vets to be scanned for a chip. He didn't have a chip, and I ended up, long story short, I ended up he had a rabies tag. So they found his owner. I ended up dropping him off at the animal shelter, and his owner was on his way to pick him up. Long story short. So I helped. I did my good deed. Oh, you're welcome, Lady Sky. Yeah, he was really sweet. Like I said, it kind of surprised me though when the vet told me, like it says here on his chart, he's very cat and dog aggressive. Hi, Lindsay. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? My favorite Saturn? I don't know if I could pick a favorite. Honestly, I don't know that I could pick a favorite. The dog I have now is a beagle, but I had huskies for years. Are you from Iowa, Lindsay? Sort of, Lady Sky. He wasn't actually a stray. He just, I guess, had gotten out. Apparently, his owner lives near here, so yeah, they. Oh, really, Jamie? Hi, and bye, Nick. Hey, Jason. Good to see you. Ninja Mod. Oh, you're from Texas? That's cool. I have friends out in Texas. Anyway, you missed it. a minute ago, Jason. All right, Saturn, that's understandable. It was nice meeting you. You missed it a minute ago, Jason. Jasper was like freaking out, running all over the room, basically harassing the cats, you know. Right, Jamie? Right, Sue? Mate, Jasper sleeps where Jasper wants to sleep, basically. As long as he's in my bedroom. Sometimes he sleeps in the bed, sometimes he chooses not to. It's up to him. Cack. So I had big dogs for a while. She's sleeping somewhere, Lady Sky. I'm really not sure. Lindsay, I'm in North Georgia. I'm really close to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Exactly, Tracy. So I had big dogs for a little while. I had, especially when Holly was growing up, we always had huskies. Cack, you know better. We had huskies, and then we had, I had a Rottweiler Husky and Shepherd mix. But then hey, Dave, good to see you. To a big dog. Hey, we got Holly actually chatting. We got Dave here. All of y'all. So this is a pretty cool chat, y'all. Nah, Cat just likes to pick on people, John. I promise Holly was in here chatting. I don't know where she went, but she's here. I promise. Holly, did you say you're coming down Monday or Friday? You said Monday, right? Hey, are you? Good to see you. Lindsay, I have 5 cats, 1 dog, and 3 birds. And believe it or not, that's after trimming it down a lot. Holly, where are you? But yeah, my last dog, he was 95 pounds. And he was just a big teddy bear. Holly can tell you, Sharon can tell you. I think Sharon met him a few times. Yeah, she's hiding. I will say your full name on here, ma'am. But yeah, he was 95 pounds and he would, John Boy and Mary Ellen. Oh no, I meant the full name, Sharon. Oh really, Jamie? Exactly, Sue. You have 2 cats and 3 dogs. See, so your house is probably a lot like mine. Dave Hoover. Yeah, my dog before, like I said, he was Rottweiler, Husky, and Shepherd. He looked more like he had like the markings of the Rottweiler, kind of built like a big Shepherd. Dave. I would call her by her government name. I gave it to her. But yeah, he would scare people sometimes. Comet would. He would scare people because he would go running up to them wanting attention, and they're like, "There's this 95-pound dog coming running at me." Right, Sharon? I heard that. Sometimes he gets sticky. Oh, there's Justin still in here. I have heard that, Sue. I'd love to have one of these days. Well, yeah, the Dave Hoover has a filter. This one doesn't. You're lurking, Holly? Okay. Hey, did you say you're coming down Monday? Come on, Winnie. Right, Dave. Hi, Daniel. Good to see you. Yeah, that was Lenny. Okay, Holly, I wasn't sure. Your sister is out of school tomorrow, so we just won't tell her you're coming down. Unless you're planning on staying until she's out of school. Lenny was I thought he was coming over here. Oh wow, Tracy, that's not good. I hope it didn't hurt anybody. But anyway, this is a good thing, Justin. Yeah, I was going to oh wow, Tracy, that's whew. I was going to hang on. She's already getting that teenage attitude. You told her you loved her. Oh, I bet, Tracy. Well, Shanahan he can't be kicking. He's got all those kids sitting on him. Hi, XC. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? Justin. Bye, XC. Dave. Thank you, but bye. My boyfriend agrees with you. I hope he agrees with you. And I hidden dog. Anyway. Tell you. But you're my favorite one. Yeah, it's Ninja Mod Jason. There's Lenny. Hey, Lenny. So this is Lenny, y'all. I know some of the newer people may not know this guy. This is Lenny. He has a twin brother running around here named Squiggy. Tracy said hi to you. All right, Cat. Have a good rest of your night. Ooh, that sounds good, Jason. How's Crafty? Yeah, Sharon. You were saying I saw where you had said earlier that you had lost power for a little bit. My parents' power was going in and out all night last night. Well, good, Jason. You need the break. We were just sitting in here talking, Jamie. Look at this, y'all. If this is not rotten, I don't know what is. This is. Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome, Jason. Tell her I said congrats. Yeah, mom said it was going off on and off all night the other night. My dad has a CPAP, so I'm sure that was not fun at all. Yeah, more crocheting. This is the only one of my cats that will come as soon as when I call his name. The rest of them just look at me like, "Who are you talking to?" I would get Jasper up here so y'all could see him, but he won't come up here with Dakota. Dave, I love your voice. I don't. I think that's kind of a weird question. I mean, sometimes I like the sound of my voice, but I really don't pay attention to it because that's always been my voice. You have, Sharon? Thank you, Yadira. Sue. Do you, Sharon? I don't. I think you have a pretty voice. You thought you really, Jason? See, I've never really thought about it. It's just this has always been my voice, you know. I mean, I could try to change it, but it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna stick. Dave, hey, at least when you argue with yourself, you may always lose, but you always win too. Thank you, Yadira. But yeah, but see, you can use that to your advantage. So that, I mean, Sharon, I've been getting names super mixed up lately. Oh, Sharon, you will get a kick out of this. So last night I was modding for when I was modding for Reese. No, I started to call you by the kiddo's name. Anyway, when I was modding for Reese, the kiddo looks over here. She's like, she looked over at the phone. She said, "Are you in it?" She said, "Are you talking to Aunt Sharon?" I said, "No, I said, "I'm watching my friend Reese." She said, "Why aren't you talking to Aunt Sharon? I want to talk to Aunt Sharon." Hey, Lydia, good to see you. Have you, Jamie? But I just thought that was funny. She's like, "Why aren't you talking to Aunt Sharon? I want to talk to Aunt Sharon." Of course, by the time Reese got done, it was time for her to go to bed. But I was like, well, so you may be getting a phone call tomorrow, Aunt Sharon. And then she got really confused because I was running your streams. And she's like, "Why can't Aunt Sharon see me?" I was like, "Because that's an old video. That's from like months ago. But why can't she see me?" She don't understand that. Where is Sabrina? I think she must be asleep somewhere. That's all right. Dave, when he texted my mom happy birthday yesterday, he gets the answer back. He gets an answer back saying it was, you know, and calling him a poo poo head, which is like, that's how they go back and forth. Big kiddo, yes. You can hear it. He's like, "Yeah, your child's got your mom's phone." They can, Sue. To be fair, no, wait a minute. Or did she call herself? Yeah, she spells it wrong. It was a popo head. She called him a popo head. She spells it wrong. I've tried to correct her, but hey, y'all, I gotta brag on my kiddo a little bit. So we were. She loves to play teacher or play school or whatever she calls it. And so today she was play with the turd emoji. Yeah, that's all right. Dave usually when they're going back and forth, his nickname for her is Turd Bird. They play a lot, but she was playing school earlier, and she was she decided that she was playing the teacher like she normally does. She loves to pretend to be a teacher. And so she was reading a story to the class, me, the only one in there. Yeah, she's doing so good at her reading. I have to brag on her. I'm so impressed. I even told her, I said, Miss, we gotta stop the game for just a second, just so I can tell you. I said, I'm so proud of you. And I guess, she said she's been doing some AR. I think, is it like advanced reading? Right, Dave, exactly. Dave. Sharon. Sharon, is your autocorrect trying to go on vacation again? Yeah, she was reading so good, y'all. And they said they did an assessment. Dave growing a filter? Do you did you forget who you're talking to? Right here. He's done left. So they do like it's either every month or every other month. I think they do like they do an assessment on them. They have them read this passage, the week woos. It really is gone, ain't it, Sharon? Exactly, Dave. Jamie, you're in good company. But they have them read like this passage at school, right? Just to assess how well they're reading. Their goal is 60 words a minute. When they assessed her, she read 105. To a land far, far away. And it's definitely not called Ireland because Papa's autocorrect left too. So they must have went on vacation together. Except I think they might be on a permanent vacation. Pretty sure Papa's autocorrect just up and quit. Oh, really, Sue? Right, Jamie? In a galaxy far, far away. Sat down, got nothing on her. Good to hear it. That's okay. I can't say anything. I can't English a lot of times. Lydia, it was actually it was actually kind of cold here today. It was only in like the 40s, I think. It might have got into the 50s. So, yes, Sharon is the typo queen. So, do you, Jason? I never really got into Star Trek as much as Star Wars. Leaning, leaning. Oh, really, Jamie? Right, Dave. I have my laptop. I don't use it very often, but I have one. He's purring, y'all. I like to mess with Lenny a little bit. He don't care. He's just like, whatever. She's just gonna. See, Jamie, I'm the opposite. I love the cooler weather. I don't really like it when it's hot. Have you not, Sharon? That's what Tracy was saying. She got a lot of wind today, Lydia. You tear. Really, Dave? Is that here too, or just where you are? Oh, I get all excited about snow. Right, Jamie. Actually, so my favorite season of all is fall. Winter's a very close second. Computer TTs. CTDs. I want snow. No, Sue. Well, hi, no, Sue. Welcome in. Right, Dave. Dave's favorite season is football. Are you, Lydia? Well, good. So I know you weren't like Dave. You zero. Or at least put one on her over her computer. What was that you were saying, Sharon, about Dave was growing a filter? Sue. You were, Sharon. You were very hasty. There is actually a restaurant here called Los Patros. I know it means wild horses, right? Yeah, it's a little. I'm over here messing with him. See, I remember the 10 Spanish words. I used to think it was like really funny. My ex would brag about it. He knew the owners of Los Patros, right? I think she did, Dave. Dear. So my ex used to brag about he knew the owners of Los Patros. He'd go in, he knew their names. He'd go in and call them by name, and they'd always give him this guy would always. Or it was a pair, it was a couple of brothers. He'd go in and call them by name. Both of them look at him like, "Who are you?" But he knew them. They were his friends. I call you Wild Stallion Dave. Oh. See, the chat has done Tokyo drifted off into the ditch. Dave. Right? He did it, and he was oblivious. He, that look was, I mean, I'm half blind and I could read the look on their faces like, who are you? He was absolutely oblivious. Like, they don't remember you. Right, Sharon? Exactly. But just like that, y'all, the chat has done Tokyo drifted off into the ditch. And I think we're upside down. Right. Well, I mean, his mama might have. Doesn't mean she was right. But Jamie, David did not. Exactly, Yadira. It's more fun to be upside down and sideways and stuff. We Right, Sharon? That's what I'm saying. Oh, Sharon, it's tough. What do you think, Lenny? Don't know no power. It's Dave. You dear. Exactly, Lydia. That's why you fit in so well here. Just declare war on Taco Bell. Oh, yes, he is very much Dave. Sharon, you dear. Big to the bathroom. Jamie, I don't know if you haven't met Dave before, have you, Jamie? Yeah, I can't take y'all nowhere. Dave. Right, share charges and card. Sue, how much are we talking, Sue? So Jamie, I've known Jamie for a little bit through various chats. Jamie, that is my boyfriend, Dave. Sharon, you see below there, that's my cousin. And the Luna Wraith house that you saw earlier, maybe, that was my daughter, Holly. You kept trying to see. So, well, good, Jamie. Hey, we're here every night. Most of us. Yeah, see, there's Holly waving. So, Dave has said before that one of his youngest son was kind of horrified to realize that he was born 9 months after New Year's Eve. You dear. Hey, you stay away from my coffee, sir. That is mine. Mine. Miss, you got it. Tracy. Don't let Sharon lie to you. Turbo mode. Right. Hey, you might have an unfair advantage there, Dave. They'd say right leg green, and you could just pick it up and move it. Of course, me, they'd be like, right hand yellow, and I'd be like, where? Where? Jamie, I know better. I have talked to you long enough, ma'am. I know better. Into bathroom. Sharon stays in trouble, Lydia. She's just set her up a house there. She lives there. Sharon. This is true, Yadira. Yeah, Sharon has just made her permanent residence there. Hey, Shrifali, good to see you. It is going pretty good. How are you? They got me laughing in here. Our chat compels you. That wasn't really the opening. It was just very close to the beginning. There you go, Jamie. So one of the first things I told Dave and I met here. But he's originally from this area where I live, so you know, he's only a couple hours away. Yes, Egypt is in here. So when I first started talking to Dave, one of the first things I told him, I said I was just giving him fair warning. I have IBS. But it must have worked as a pickup line because we're still together. Yes, we have. Exactly, Tracy Rumpelstinky romance. I have IBS. Oh wait, that's the wrong truck. So I know there's some people here that haven't heard this story, and I'm gonna tell it on myself. So when Dave and I first started meeting in person, I was staying at my mom's. My ex was still clearing out of here. Right. So when he would, I did. You told me to. You can't blame me. You told me to. So anyway, Dave, hey Eric, good to see you. So Dave had come down, and we were gonna meet and hang out for a little while. There's a grocery store not far from my house where, so you can there's a part of the parking lot that's over here, like on this side, like this end of the store, at the end of the store, and then there's parking lot here. And I asked Dave, we were on a Sharon, we were on a Discord voice chat with some of the other people in here. Exactly, Dave. Eric, see, like I said, it's just with my voice. So, that's awesome, Jamie. I'm sorry about your mama, though. That, see, that's where, like I said, we met here. But Dave was like, and I said, where are you at? When I was about to turn the parking lot, he said, I'm at the end. So I went to the other side of the building and went on the right end. There was a red truck there. Dave drives a red truck. So I'm like, I'll see you in a second. Sue. It's like, I'll see you in a second. I get all my stuff out. I'm walking over to the truck and I realize it's locked. Then I realized it was also empty. So I went back to my van. I get back on the phone and I'm like, where are you at? He's like, I'm on the other side. Because I see you. You're trying to get in the wrong truck. I said, well, it was red. He's like, it's not even a Chevy. Sharon. It was like, it's not even a Chevy. So I have not lived that down. Probably never will. He's like, you just stay there. I'll pull over there. Yes, gotta be safe. Yours just said nope. I'm gonna take this off of here. I think everybody's answer that's going to answer. So, the thing is, I live around the, all right, so I live around the corner from a fire department, right? So I get that all the time. Yeah, don't get excited. It's a big red truck now. You dear. Dave. Sharon. Oh, sorry, y'all. Hold on. There. I suggest a hook. So, yeah, he really would look like a pirate. Give him a peg leg. There you go, Dave. Dear, right? They're picking on me, Yadira. So, oh, Dave, I have to tell you, this was after you left the chat. 1 minute breather. This was after you left the chat the other day, Dave. Somehow we were, somebody has mentioned books or something, and I said, yeah, I said, I'm kind of a bookworm. And Tracy, right, Sharon, exactly. This was after you had said that the grandbaby called you a caterpillar. Dave, I'm not. You can't time me out, Yadira, but you can time them. They're being mean to me. But Tracy goes, she's like, wait a minute. So this after you said this is after you said the grandbaby called you a caterpillar. She's like, so you're a worm and Dave's a caterpillar, right, Sharon? Hey, Dave. Remember, Dave was informed by that lady at Walmart that he was lucky he got to park up front because some people ain't that bright. That's what she said. So apparently, Dave, we are now a worm and a caterpillar. Just so you know. Oh, come here, Lenny. Y'all, see, this is why I said I can't take y'all nowhere. We have also determined, since I am blind in one eye, basically, um, I have I have no peripheral. I have no vision pretty much on this side. Hang on. Oh wow, Lydia. Hope nobody got hurt. Yeah, kids do say funny stuff. Jamie. Taking you to Walmart before. So I'm blind in this eye basically. I have no. I'm, I'm blind in both eyes. But thank you, Dave. That's very true. I have no peripheral vision on this side, right? And I actually have no vision really on this side, but especially over here. I have a little bit of peripheral vision here, but not much. We have decided that when Sharon, when Dave and I go somewhere like Walmart or something together, I'm gonna have to hang on to him so that I don't like go home with the wrong person in a red truck. If he has to go to the bathroom or something, I'm gonna have to like just hang on to a bench so that I don't like just start feeling around for a prosthetic leg. Sharon. Oh, my mama rode with me the other day, y'all. She made me more nervous than I should have, than I would normally be driving. I'm Sue. She did live, but I mean, I'm like trying to back out, and she's telling me, "Hang on, I tell you, I'm backing out," and she's literally telling, she's like, cut the wheel, cut the wheel." You're right. I'm like, Mom, if I turn the wheel, I'm gonna whack the nose of the van into this car beside me. But you got a car. I know there's a car behind me. Jeez, probably had I probably had like 10 feet before the car behind me. I'm like, geez, Louise. Exactly. I am missing and I am demanding ransom. Really, Jamie? I was the one driving and my mom was like, "You're going to hit the car behind us." I'm like, if I turn when you told me to turn, I was going to hit the car beside us. A, a red truck. Right, Tracy? Yeah, I can't find my number. Oh, actually, Dave said something the other day about having a doctor's appointment the next day. It's like in the morning. It is in the morning, right? Still half the ransoms. Hey, Di, good to see you. That's your mom. It's driving me crazy. Jamie, I can understand. Because she's. Sharon. Let my daughter write let my 6-year-old write the ransom demand. She's still learning to spell. Oh, really, Ty? My daddy taught me to drive, for the most part. Because mom would flip out. I'm like, she's one of those other stomping her imaginary brake. Sharon, right? Exactly. Right. Are you Jai? That's funny. If mom be over there stomping on her imaginary brake, dad's the one over there going, "Can you drive a little faster?" Well, that's good, Jamie. Right, right. Hey, I could find a payphone right now. It's in my mom and daddy's basement. Because dad worked for the phone company when they took out all the payphones in town. And he kept one. And that thing is heavy. Man, is it heavy. Lydia, I don't blame you. Tracy, right? Oh, they're already Dave. Hey, Dave did tell me when we started going out, he said all I can offer you is a foot. All right, Sharon. We we started Dad started teaching me to drive. So when I started learning to drive, there was two high schools in town. So big rivalry, right? Dad taught me to drive in the rival high school's parking lot. Really, Ty? It was a good pickup line. It worked. Exactly, Jamie. Exactly, Sharon. That was the idea. If like anything is it's LFO, it's the other school. Dave's is titanium. Literally. Hey, but at least that's when Dave first met my dad. That was one thing that I think, they kind of started bonding about was, oh, that's awesome, Di. Right, Sharon. But they kind of started bonding because my dad is like anything mechanical, he's interested in it. He wants to learn more about it. And Dave, we were telling him that Dave has special trucks. I mean, special pedals in his truck, so he can drive with the other foot, right? And that would be pretty cool, Di. He's like, we're telling him about Dave's having special pedals so he can drive with his left foot instead of his right. And Dave said, "You want to see it?" And Dad's eyes just went like, "Yeah." So yeah, that it was a hit. Right, Sharon? Hey, now he's got now, and he likes my sister's other half too. So this is a really good thing. Now he's got the two sons he never had. Oh yeah, you can't. When I've ridden with Dave many times, you can't tell that he's driving with the opposite foot. Right, Sharon? That's awesome, Di. All right, Jamie, there you go. Give us something to talk about. I had to eat the other day, a couple weeks ago, I guess, with my parents and my kiddo and my sister and her other half. I mean, they're not like legally married, but they might as well be. They've been together for, I don't know, 15 years or so. But yes, both like football and racing. Dad, my dad doesn't show his projects to anybody unless he likes them. If he don't like you, you ain't seeing his projects that he's got going. This is probably like the second time, maybe third time Dave went over to their house. Dad was like, "Let's go see. Let me go show you what I got going out here." That's pretty cool, Sue. Left turn, but we went out to eat with, like I said, it was my there was the table we were sitting at. Yeah, he does. When we go to leave, Dad will follow Dave out to the truck to keep talking to him. He don't do that either unless he likes somebody. But he we went to we went out to eat. It was like I said, this booth was like you did three on a side. So no, he has not yet, Sharon. Dave. That's good, Jamie. That's awesome. But anyway, we're sitting there at the restaurant, and sitting there at the restaurant, and we're sitting like there's like my sister. I mean, there's me, my sister, and her might as well be husband. And then on the other side was my dad, my mom, and my kiddo. My brother-in-law. I'm just sitting there listening to everybody talk. I wasn't saying anything. I was just sitting there listening. All of a sudden, my brother-in-law reaches across my sister and said, like, pokes me in the head. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing down there?" I'm like, "Just listening to y'all." He's like, "I was just making sure you're paying attention." I'm like, "I bet, Sue. I'd be surprised too." Oh, with the prosthetic. Now Dave doesn't use crutches, and he does just fine. He does great. Right, Sharon, exactly. Yeah, if Dave puts pants on, you can't tell he has one. All times, you dear. Yeah, Dave usually wears shorts. But I mean, like I said, Dave has a video on his channel. That's the very first time that he ever walked in his prosthetic. And he wasn't using the rails or anything. It was the very first time he'd ever walked in it. Right, you dear, I know people like that. Right, I can barely navigate your driveway. Actually, your driveway hates me, Sharon. I'm convinced of it. Right, I mean, that's one of the things that drew me to Dave is he doesn't let anything stop him. Might slow him down just a little, but he don't let nothing stop him. Yeah, if you go on Dave's channel, he's got a few videos about um living with a prosthetic and stuff, and he's got that very his first video was him walking for the first time with that one. The rubbing stuff. That's awesome. It's Bama Dave RTR. Yes, the paparazzi just won't leave us alone. I thought this was funny. Thank you, Yadira. I thought this was pretty funny. So the paparazzi. So anytime when Dave has come here and stayed overnight, my daughter is stays with my parents, or she'll go to her aunt's house or something, and I always kind of build it up as something really fun for her. Like, you get to go hang out with Aunt Sheila. Y'all are gonna have a blast, right, Sharon? Are you gonna get to go hang out with Grandma and Grampy? It's gonna be so much fun. But the other day, she told me, she said, "Mommy, every time Dave comes down, I'm I'm not there. I'm with Grandma and Grampy, or I'm with Aunt Sheila. I want to have a sleepover with Dave too." Dave's like, "No." Exactly, Dave. I just thought that was so funny. I mean, she's 6. Oh, my tooth's coming soon. You like too much. Exactly, Diamond. Kids will say the darndest things. A new channel. There you go. We ought to do that. We could do that, Dave. Make us a channel called. I think I like the rump and the stump. Only we could do like an only toots and only foot channel. Oh, she does, Sue. She loves Dave. You dear. There you go, Sharon. Yep, exactly, Jamie. The mouths of babes. Is it Di? I mean, she comes up with some stuff. Like I said the other day, I mean, I was playing yeah, Dave took her fishing for the very first time. And she was bored. She said she wanted, I mean, she was wanting to go. She wanted to go. She was driving Dave crazy. And me too. I mean, every time she talked to Dave, when are we going fishing, Dave? When are we going fishing? We're going to go fishing. When are we going to go fishing? Well, she got up there after a little bit. Dave, what are you talking about? I've been like this my whole life. I was a kid too. But she's, we were sitting there for a little bit, and Dave, sitting there for a little bit, right? Ty. So you get all the tea, huh? But she was bored until she caught her first fish. Then it was like, then it wasn't so boring anymore. But she would not touch it. I had it. It's like she's like, right. It's like, dang it. Oh, I'm sure my bus driver when I was a kid, she heard everything because I would sit right behind her and I talked her ear off the whole way. For some reason, I was like super shy with most people, but for some reason with her, I just wasn't. And I'd talk her ear off. Right, Jamie? It was so funny. So, like, it was just a little fish. It was just a little tiny fish that she caught. But, and at first, it kind of fell into like, the water's like that deep. And so we had to pick it up because, when it actually kind of fell off the hook. But, or maybe, no, right. Dave was busy baiting hooks and stuff. Um, like but anyway, it kind of fell into that little bit of water right there. So I went over, picked it up, and I was like, "Here, no." Oh, okay, yeah, you had to dig it out, but yeah, either way, it fell off the line, and then yeah, and she caught one, and then I caught one. Of course, we just were just tossing them back. We weren't keeping them that time, but Dave, poor fish. Right, right, Tracy, and that's at least I will say Dave had so much patience with her that day. She kept, after about, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe, she's like, I'm bored. He said, just hang on. Okay, just hang on. You won't be bored when you catch one. Yes, my dad used to take us fishing when we were kids too, but he was, He was always real patient with us. But Dad was actually part of a fishing club when we were kids. All right, Di. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. But Dad would, right, Dave, exactly. But Dad was part of a fishing club when we were kids. Right, Tracy? Well, either way, you still get to be a kid. So we would, we had to have fun fishing because it was, have a good night, Sue. Have, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. So, Dad, we'd be like getting to fish with our friends, and Dad was, sometimes over there with his friends, but they were always close by where they could help the kids, which is probably a good thing because when I was learning to cast, I literally caught my friend Kim. Not the Kim y'all heard about all the time. Another friend Kim. Yeah. Dave did not. But yeah, I did not know when you cast, you need to kind of go over your shoulder, and I went out. I was like 9, okay, 8 or 9. Sharon. I feel the love. Yeah, I couldn't figure out. I thought I went to cast my line. I was like, why did it stop? And then I heard my friend Kim, the little blade, just not very far from me, holler. I caught her. Oh, that's awesome, Tracy. Now, one of my cousins, Sharon, one of my cousins, I don't know if he still does, but he used to do like all these fishing tournaments and stuff, and he won several of them. I love y'all too. Y'all are so mean to me. Jamie, are you still in here? Do you see the abuse that I have to take? Actually, yesterday, a kiddo was asking for butter, and they brought the bread out. She said, "I want some butter." I was like, "Bark, hey!" My sister started laughing. This is can't believe it's not yellow. So y'all saying instead of like Land of Lakes, it'll be like Land of Mud. Dave. So mean to me. Oh wow, Tracy. I have one that does that sometimes. Let's check that. Come here, baby. I have one that does that sometimes. I'm not naming any names, but this guy, Dave. He's the same thing. He's lucky, he's cute, and I love him. Because sometimes I just want to. What did you just say? It could be, Tracy. This one's just like, I don't know, laziness. Getting all choked up over here. Most of the time, Sharon. Yeah, I told y'all we changed Squeaky's collar the other day. My child put a pink collar on this poor cat, but missing on. My daughter asked me yesterday. She's like, "Why is Squeaky's collar in the floor? Not the one we took off of him." Right, Tracy. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it. I like it too. But she's like, "Why is Squeaky's collar in the floor?" I said, and then that's when Lenny came. No, the blue one, the one she took off of him. He still got the pink one on, the poor guy. But I said, because watch, because Lenny was was right there when she asked that. Yeah, he started smacking that. He was smacking that thing all over the floor. I said, he's having too much fun for me to take it away. Right, Dave? Poor guy. Poor feller. And poor Jasper, we had I don't know, a couple days ago, I was taking him somewhere. True, you could hear. Right, exactly. Sharon was like, hey, it's better than him going over and stealing the straws out of every. You cannot leave a drink with a straw in it anywhere near Lenny. He will steal the straw, and he doesn't care if he spills your drink in the process. So, but I was looking for Jasper's leash the other day. I couldn't find it. Exactly, Sharon. Your life of crime. Dave, I can see the color. But poor Jasper the other day, I couldn't find his leash when we were going somewhere. And I ended up having to use my leash from one of my other dogs that passed away a while back. That was a girl dog. So poor Jasper was being walked on a pink leash. Right, Sharon? He did. Oh, okay, Lydia. Yes, he is a straw bandit. My mom picked up. So my kiddo has the some of those water bottles that have like the straw in it. Sorry. Right, Dave? Oh, the poor guy has been emasculated. Hey, and you can say the same for Squeaky. No nuts and a pink collar. So, but anyway, she left like the lid or something just sitting there. And it's got has the collar attached. Hey Shafa, good to see you. So right, Tracy, exactly. Have an identity crisis. But my mom picked up the lid. That's why he went after that squirrel. That explains it. But mom picks up the lid and it's the straw is like you can tell it had been chewed on. She's like, is she chewing on the straw or something? I was like, oh no, she don't do that. And just so happened Lenny was like right there. I said, there's your culprit. Right, Sharon, I should. I may have to do that. Jasper versus squirrel. That's the thumbnail for today was because I found that dog and they were looking at each other through the screen like both of them. Who are you? What are you? Where are you from? Dave, he is he was losing his mind earlier, Lydia. Beginning of the stream, he was like going crazy, harassing Squeaky and making him holler and stuff. Dave. But Jasper he's over there in his dog bed asleep. I need to wash that thing. So anyway. Right, Jamie. Now, some of mine will give love bites. They don't put pressure. None of them. This one here, hang on. This one here is one of the ones that she will do love bites sometimes. But she never puts pressure. You dear. It's safe. I thought you said you liked the biting, man. Lydia, I think she's asleep in the laundry room. Yeah, Tracy, exactly. Dave, I thought you said you liked the bite, man. Why you tell me that? Sharon. You're welcome, Sharon. Yes, I can vouch for that. What you see is, like you said, what you see on here is what you get in person. Fruit. Actually, I don't know if you have the time, Jamie. There are some streams. If you go back, you will see streams with Dave. You're traumatized. I've been hanging out with you for 37 years, 38, however many it's been. I can't even count anymore. 37. You want to talk about traumatized? You hear it? Exactly, Jamie. It's nuts. Oh, do you, Lydia? You hear it? Hey, my phone. There you go, Dave. I just dragged Sharon with me. My phone, if I use the voice command and tell it to call Sharon, it will tell me there is no contact. There is no name in my contact of Sharon. Right, dear. I have to spell it out. Groupon. I never pay retail. Yeah, every time if I want to call Sharon and use the Google voice command to do it, I have to tell it to call SHARIN. It will not. It does, and I tried pronouncing it that way, Sharon. I tried to tell it to call Shireen, and it also told me there was no Shireen in there. Right, Lydia? I I'm gotta start doing the same thing. That's it, Sharon. I have to spell it out, or it will not call you. Now, what would be funny is if I happened to call when you have one of the kids in the car. Rainbow Stinky Bottom calling. Right. Well, Sharon, I better be able to spell it after the 37 years, ma'am. So, Yeah, and my right, Dave, you on mine. Yours is Dave Frankenstein. Right, Jamie. That's why I have to double check and make sure it's sending it to the right person. Dear. Y'all are trying to kill me. My sides are gonna be hurting tomorrow. Right, Tracy. So I use Chat GPT most nights to do my thumb. Now I do use Copilot every now and then, but usually that's when Chat GPT is being stupid and not getting it right. Yeah, dear. He calls her Vern. What do you mean, Vern? Oh, no, let's see. That's not it. Think- Right, Sharon, exactly. It made me think of Ernest, though. There you go. That was it. I couldn't think of it. Know what I mean, Vern? Right, Jamie, exactly. I can see, I can see that now. My mom be calling me. Why are you calling me baby? Hi, Kennedy. Good to see you. It's been a little while, Kennedy. How have you been doing? Lydia, right? I don't have an Alexis, so right, Sharon, for real. Kennedy, we were literally just talking about that. How my phone will not recognize her name if I say Sharon, because it will not spell it right. I have to spell it out. Right. Yeah. The autocorrect doesn't like Sharon's name. But now my phone has a now when I'm typing, my phone doesn't try to correct it anymore because I've typed it out enough that it doesn't try to correct it. But when I'm saying speech to text, it won't do it right. Right. Oh, that reminds me. Right, Tracy, exactly. So that reminds me. There was a guy a while back, some guy that had come on the channel, but he'd been hidden. Oh wow, Dave. Hey Tiny, good to see you. So there was a guy a while back that had been hidden. And he started emailing me. And right there. He started emailing me asking he wanted foot pics. Dave. That's funny. But this guy wanted foot pics. All right, Tiny. So we ended up, was telling Dave and Sharon and Holly, we were all kind of talking about it. Right, Tracy? What did I say to that? That was that one, Dave, remember? I was just fixing to tell him, I was telling the three, Dave and Sharon and Holly, we were all in the group chat, we were talking. And I was telling them about it. And Dave sent me pictures of his foot right before it was amputated. So it was not pretty. I sent him. I'm out, girl. Oh, you mean, what do you say? That? Right? I understand that, Tiny. Right, Jamie. Right, David. What do you say? Kind of like when we get random D pics. But anyway, so we sent him a picture. First, I sent him a picture of Dave's foot right before it was amputated. So, I mean, it had like a gash in the side, and it was, you could tell it was Dave, right, for real. I mean, you could tell it was that it was not in good shape. Love you too, Tiny. Seen that first, and then he basically he I don't know if he didn't look at it or what, but he's wanted more foot pics. So I was like, okay. Dave has his big toe amputated on the other foot, on the left one. We sent a picture of that foot, and we also sent a picture of the prosthetic foot. I think he finally got the hint. Like, seriously. It's like you ain't said it all before on here, Dave. You feel violated. Oh, the pics were hilarious. Right, Tracy? For real. You dear. I like it. I'll violate you. Back in the good old days. Yeah, that guy eventually stopped emailing me. I don't know why. You're welcome, Sharon. Behave? What does that mean, Yadira? Dave? No, actually, I don't remember, Dave. I didn't know you back then. Sorry, y'all. My Wi Fi or something. I didn't know you back then, Dave. Like Austin Powers. I'll behave if you will, Yadira. Right, Jamie, we're just missing 3 letters on the front. Misbehaving's more fun. Right, exactly, Yadira. Had to get. No, Lydia, it briefly disconnected me. Dave. I always keep my shoes right by the bed anyway. Anyway. hear my owl. The owl is back out there. Those of you who were in here last night, y'all might have heard him. He was out there hooting away last night. Now he's out there again. I'd love to live in the Appalachians. I live near them. I'd love to live in them. Dave. The whoo. Right, Sharon, he is back. Somebody in my chat last night, there was a newer person in here. I don't remember what their name was, but said they had never heard an owl before. So I took my earbud, turned it off, and had it on the phone speaker where they could hear me better. Anyway, y'all. Yeah, hadn't heard yours yet, Sharon. I just started hearing him, I don't know, 3 or 4 nights ago. He just got back. I bet he's wishing now he had waited a little while because it's cold. Dave. I've done that before, Lydia. Forget to switch it over. I'm like, who are they talking to? Oh. I have to agree, Jamie. I actually lived in Nashville for about a year. Where I live now, I'm technically in Georgia, but I'm only a couple miles from Chattanooga. Anyway, y'all. I hate to do this, y'all. I hate to cut it off, but it's been on here a little over 2 hours now, and I have to get up with kiddo in the morning. So, yeah, Dave's about 2 hours from me. Anyway, y'all, if y'all want, so I'm sorry to end it, y'all, but I have to. I gotta get up with the kiddo. But if y'all want, you can drop your links. Stop exclamation point dawned DAWN, and yeah, I that's what's hard about having family far away from you, Lydia. And you can anyway, if you type that, Nightbot will share your link for you. And just remember, y'all, if you can't click the links that are shared in here, what you can do is go on to one of my previous lives. Dave, I was waiting on that. Go on to one of my previous lives, watch the live chat replay, and kind of scroll down to the end. You will be able to click the links there. Dave. Anyway, also, y'all don't forget we've got Discord if y'all want to check that out. It is on my main page. There's go on where it says more, and the link is there. So, but sometimes Dave. Sometimes we hang out in Sharon's Discord. That's on her main page. I can't remember. Oh, we also have the GoFundMe's set up. Tracy. One is for No Face. One is for my friend Nomi. Both of them are dealing with some kind of serious situations that they could use some help with. If y'all can help them, that would be awesome. You can't, we totally understand. I can't take y'all nowhere. I bought Hoover. Anyway. Oh. Anyway. Also, y'all, we've got merch. Nowheres. We do have merch, y'all. It's on my page. I'm never gonna live that down. Anyway, we've got merch. It's on my main page. We've also got memberships there. y'all would like to check out the memberships, Walmart volleyball. Run to the bathroom. Anyway, y'all. So I will most likely be on here around the same time tomorrow night. I may be a little late tomorrow night going on. I'm not sure yet. It just depends on what the kiddo and I are doing. I think that's everything. Hang on, just making sure. Breathe out. Well, Dave, I will pull my own finger. Anyway, I. I'm so Febreze. Jamie, you see what the abuse I have to put up with? Anyway, mods, thank y'all for being here, protecting the chat, and all that good stuff. Making me laugh so hard. My ribs are going to be hurting by tomorrow. Dave. And thank y'all everybody for coming in here, hanging out with us, for making this, for all the laughs and everything else tonight. It's been awesome. I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or whatever it may be in y'all's part of the woods. Jamie, right? Anyway, got your peepers on. Remember, y'all, kindness is. Yeah, there's the whole thing where I tried to poke Dave in the nose and nearly took his eye out. Anyway. Anyway, remember, y'all, kindness is free. Spread that stuff everywhere. And like, I know this is probably gonna come up there somewhere. Don't spread anything like diseases and stuff. Exactly, Dave. What Sharon said. I knew somebody was gonna say it. I love y'all. I will see y'all either in the chats or I'll see you on the next stream, which, like I said, will probably be tomorrow night. Bye, everybody.